Okay, today, you guys, we're going to talk about father figures. So, was it important to have your father in your life, in your home, growing up, and maybe it is the reason why you are in a successful relationship or not in a successful relationship today? So, that's what we're going to talk about. Stay tuned for more. Hi, my name is Courtney, and welcome to our channel. And I want to introduce to you my husband.
I won't be petty so bad, but
Don't say your name, husband. Say your name, husband. Just say your name, husband.
Eddie, E-Dub, Ed-Dog, the so-called co-host. I don't know why I got titled that.
Well, let me tell you before we get into what this channel is about. Right now, in these streets, my husband is a little famous. So now people coming up to him, people is calling him, people is talking about him on this YouTube channel. So I still wanted him to remember who's the host and who's the co-host. Who channel this is or was, and who channel he got added to.
I'm an add-on now. Wow.
Oh, yeah. So all his fams and friends and co-workers, hey. All right, so you guys, I want to let you know what this channel is about if it's your first time watching, but I know this is probably not because you love this channel. This channel is about positive love, positive life, positive vibes, and positive energy. We like to give you some good old positivity on this channel, and we also like to throw in a little humor as we talk about as we talk about relationships and topics, current events, and just different things, and whatever you want to talk about. Don't forget, you guys, to get in touch with me and let us know what you want to talk about. Drop down in them comments and let us know. I got people texting me about different topics that we haven't got around to yet, but we're definitely getting to it. So, all right then, we're going to go ahead and get started. So, as you heard...
Hey, get it started. Hey.
That's all you get.
That's all I can get.
You heard the intro. In the intro, we talked about father figures. So having a father in your life growing up, was it very important to whether your relationship was successful or not successful today? So that's what I want to talk about. You know, before my husband chime in, I want to go ahead and say that for me, having a father in my life was very important. But I didn't have one in my life. My mom and dad got divorced when I was very young. So in turn, I didn't have a male role model, a father figure in my life. And because I didn't have that, I really and truly didn't know what a father and a daughter relationship looked like. I still don't know what that, because I wasn't involved in it. I don't know what that feels like. It's very foreign to me. You know, I do know a parent and a child relationship. I do understand that, but the love that a father has for a daughter, that type of relationship, I don't understand that. You know, like my bonus daughter, my husband's daughter, they have a very good relationship, but it's not one that I can relate to because I never had that. So I don't know what it's like for a father to be so concerned about his daughter. I don't know what it's like for a father to vet the upcoming boyfriend to make sure that he legit. I don't know what it's like for, you know, if I got a flat for my dad to come. I don't know what it's like to go to my dad for, you know, relationship advice, or, you know, just have good conversation, or what it's like to be that protector. I don't know what that's like. I never had that. So I think it, in turn, it dictated how I chose a man growing up, you know, because I never had a positive role model as far as how a man should treat a woman. So it really and truly, it affected my dating and, you know, stuff. So what do you have to say about that?
Well, yeah. Speaking of your bonus daughter, my daughter, me and her relationship is, it's a typical father-daughter relationship. Yes, being a man, you know what kind of games a man would play. So you kind of school your daughter what to look for, what not to look for, what kind of games guys play. So you kind of try to instill that into her, okay? Yeah, I'm kind of, well, not kind of, I am protective of her. You know, she's a girl, okay? So me being a guy, growing up, dating women, and back in the day being the way I was, you know, I kind of schooled her of the game. What kind of games guys play, what kind of game guys, you know, try to get over on women. So you school your daughter. So yes, then you become overprotective of your daughter. And you want your daughter to see a positive man in her life. You want your daughter to see what kind of man she should date in her life. So you try to set that example for her. Okay, it goes down to generations, okay? Like for me, I grew up in a 2-parent household. I saw how my daddy grind, work, being a provider, took care of the family. And seeing that instilled how a father should be, how a man should be,
how a husband,
and how a husband should be, how a husband should be. I don't know how to screw that one up. But yeah, so just seeing him doing that, that kind of, you know, put me on the right path. Even till today, he still does, you know, teach me things here and there, and I still pick up things from him here and there. So it's never too late. You never get too old, especially have your father still around to pick up some things from him and learn in life. And I see a lot of women, you know, like you said, you know, they don't have the father in their life, so they don't know what kind of man to look out for,
right.
what kind of example a man should be for them. Okay, so and that goes back to a woman being very independent. So that's just some of the things
because I grew up in a single parent household. So when I saw my mom working and, you know, being a provider and doing all that stuff or whatever, you know, because that's what I saw. So my role model was to be a strong, independent woman. I wanted to be like my mom, you know, make sure everything's straight. You know, my mom, we woke up and had breakfast every morning. Now I don't mean cereal. I mean like grits and eggs and bacon and all every morning. To the point where I was like, you ain't gotta cook no more breakfast. I'm good. I already eat cereal. You know, so if she cooked dinner, made sure we had dinner almost every night. So I seen her work hard as a single parent, made sure that we went on school trips and all that stuff or whatever. So that's what I saw. I saw her work ethic and I developed that. Now, the absent part of it was my dad. I didn't see how a 2-family, you know, household looks like, you know. So when I tried to create that, it was hard for me to create something that I never saw. That goes back to being an independent woman. And so the reason I want to talk about this, because on the previous videos, couple of videos before, when we talked about being an independent woman, a lot of people saying that, you know, a lot of women are independent because of they didn't have that male role model, that father figure in the home. And I wanted to say, is it the reason that some women are maybe not in a successful relationship because they just don't know what it's like to
see a strong man in the house
and understand a strong man, right? Because they could in actuality think that his strong aura means that he's trying to control them. His strong aura means that he's trying to tell them what to do, and I ain't finna submit to him. You know, that strong aura, because, you know, it's kind of hard to, I don't know, it's hard for me to explain it, but it's kind of hard to vibe with that if you never saw it. So if you seen a man that, you know, if you see your mama do everything, then you think sometimes when a man come in your world that he's there to control you.
Or take over.
Right.
Yeah.
And to strip the identity of you being independent. So it really and truly is, to me, how you grew up. Now, for me, for my husband, he's such a gentleman. Oh my gosh, he is such a gentleman. He has always been a gentleman from day one. He opened the car door. He makes sure, you know, he's just that gentleman type dude. And it's because of what he replicated growing up, right? And some guys never saw that growing up, and some guys didn't have their fathers, so it was hard for them to replicate something that they didn't see, you know. So some men aren't gentlemen maybe because they never saw it, ladies. Some men don't know how to talk maybe because they just never saw it, ladies, you know. So we can say, yeah, grown people got daddy issues, you know, but we can get past that. We can get over that, you know. So I'm very grateful for how my husband grew up in his childhood, because if he grew up any other way, I probably wouldn't be with him today, because those ethics made me attracted to him. All right, you guys, so I think that is it. I hope that this video was some beneficial to you in some kind of way, just to kind of make you think about, you know, maybe you need to think about, ladies, you probably need to think about your own stance, you know, and, you know, not having a father figure, not having a father figure in your life, not having a dad growing up, is it controlling your relationships today or your marriages? So, you know, just something to think about. All right, on that note, I think that's all I got. What about you?
That's it, man.
All right. Well, we're going to head and get out of here. Don't forget to, y'all hear my accent? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video, and share this video. You may know somebody that may be dealing with the same thing, so share it to them. Hey, text it, share it, send it. All right. Well, that's all I got, and I'm going to get out of here. Don't forget to go with God and let God go with you. And
deuces.
Deuces. Bye, guys.